How fast can AI make your life better is the question that I seem to get asked the most. So rather than me just giving you some waffle answer, I'm actually just going to show you. So we've got Elliot here. He closed a $3,000, £2,000 deal in 1 day. Crave also closed a £500 or $660 deal in a day. Christy closed her first deal from LinkedIn Outreach within a couple of weeks. We've got Darren here, who closed a £3,500 deal within a couple of months. We've got Josh and Bones here, who closed the first workshop and then an audit within a week of joining. We've got Didak here, who closed a 100K deal within 60 days. We have also Zahor here, who is actually from Egypt, who closed a 5K deal in 10 days. We've got Mike here in another 3 days, Gary here in a week. So to answer your question in short, very fucking quickly. But rather than me just blowing smoke up my own ass and showing you loads of results, what I'm actually going to be doing in this video is show you how you can actually go ahead and do this in the AI revolution without being technical at all, because I am a non-technical person, okay? The thing that we're doing here, and what everyone who I just showed you is doing, is they are running what I call an AI consultancy, so AIC for short. Now, an AI consultancy has really one purpose, okay? And that is to be a bridge between traditional companies and adoption of AI. So imagine this is a traditional company and we've got the new AI world over here, right? The AI consultant is going to be the bridge between those two. And we do this via showing them where AI can actually improve their current workflows and processes. And we do this specifically with something called an AI audit, right? To do an AI audit, you don't actually need to be technical at all. If you have ever sent a Google Meet invite, you have gone to an online meeting, you have helped someone solve a problem, you already have the current skills required to actually successfully run an AI consulting business and actually complete an AI audit, which delivers values to these traditional style businesses here. And that's the key thing. We are focusing on old school traditional businesses. We're not going after software companies or real tech forward businesses. Think of could be service-based or HVAC, could be engineering, could be manufacturing, could be supply chain, could be distribution, could be an administration service, whatever the case may be. We are focusing on those. We are not going after conventionally tech-forward businesses, let's say. So the way you're actually going to achieve this as an individual is pretty damn simple. So there's a high likelihood that you've had a career, right? So this is you here. And you've had some type of career in some industry, like I said before, whether it could be engineering, manufacturing, supply chain, distribution, healthcare, finance, it makes no difference. But the one thing you have is this, right? You have your own network, okay? You have a network of people who have three things that are in your court, okay? They know you, they like you, right? And most likely they trust you, okay? So think of people like ex-colleagues, maybe old clients you've had, vendors you have worked with. Across an entire career set, there is likely hundreds of individuals within these traditional businesses here that that you could actually organically reach out to and present an offer to. You see, the chances are right now you have been in this career, like I said, for a long time, and you have just never had anything to sell to these people, right? You have got all this network and you think, hey, I've been in manufacturing for 40 years, but I've got hundreds of people here, but I've got nothing that I can sell them, which makes total sense, right? So now we have an AI consulting business and we specifically do AI audits. We now have something we can sell to these people, okay? So let's talk about an AI audit specifically. At its components parts, it's very, very simple. It is a set of, it's basically a document you give them. But let me walk through like actually what goes into an audit. So there's really like 3 or 4 things, right? So we've got the interviews, which is kind of the most important part. So this is where we go into a business and we interview both the stakeholders and the employees of the business to work out exactly what they're doing on a day-to-day basis, right? We are then going to take those processes and we are going to map out all of their processes, so their current workflows that they are doing. So whether it's taking an invoice and then having to upload it to the CRM and then add the emails to another all that stuff. We are mapping that out in its entirety. Then in that mapping out process, we are also identifying the bottlenecks and the inefficiencies that can be solved with AI. So once we have identified them, once we identify, right, we then build what we call an opportunity matrix. Now, forget the fancy word. All it really is a graph, and it looks something like this. And we focus on quick wins and big swings are the main two. So quick wins are things that are easy to achieve that have a large upside for that business, and big swings are things that still have a large upside but are much more technical and advanced to achieve. So as consultants, we focus 99% of our time on quick wins because, like I said at the very start of this video, and that is a promise I intend to keep, we are non-technical people. I, for certain, am not technical, right? So quick wins are things that we can do with no-code, low-code AI tools, and there is 1,001 people out there who can actually help us do this too. So we don't need to be these geniuses, right? We can simply and easily hire these people to actually do this for us. So we don't have to, by the way. As the consultant, we can just do this, right? So a lot of what I do as an individual, so my AI consulting firm was called Dunn & Company. I focus 95% of all the money I make on specifically the audit process, which is identifying the inefficiencies within their business and mapping them out, right? And then presenting those inefficiencies and the solutions, so the roadmap to those inefficiencies via a presentation, okay? So this here is the final part of a AI consulting firm, which is the presentation. The presentation, like I just touched on, is you just presenting your findings and the roadmap. So a roadmap, historically, especially with quick wins, is usually 90 days, right? So businesses tend to work in quarters. And we say, hey, we've got solution 1 here, and then we've got solution 2 here, we've got solution 3 here, we've got solution 4 here, right? And we show and present exactly how these things can be implemented within their business, the ROI they can expect, and also the costs associated with it, right? And the good news about the cost, as AI continuously evolves, this for us is going lower and lower, because now there is abilities for these no-code platforms for you to talk to them in plain English, like a model, and say, hey, I want you to build an AI agent that can read invoices from a picture that's been taken and upload them to Salesforce. And it can actually go ahead and build that for you. You might have some issues with it, which is where a technical team comes in, but you can find a million of these on Upwork, right? So Upwork is just an absolute gold mine for finding these people, because a lot of the people in the AI revolution went for the tech roles, right? And again, you probably like me, I thought, well, I can't get involved in the AI revolution. I'm not technical at all. Wrong. The AI revolution is actually more relevant to us than it is them, because the consulting market in its total, right, is $1.06 trillion a year. Now, for context, the entire SaaS market, which is just software, right, is 370 billion a year. So the consulting market is 3 times the size, right? This is how massive the market is we're playing in, right? Think companies like McKinsey does 20 billion a year in revenue. Deloitte does 80 billion a year. So you are going to go out to your network, okay? You people who know, like, and trust you. And you are going to say to them, hey, I want to run an AI audit on your business where I'm going to find the inefficiencies within it in your current processes and workflows that can be solved by AI. You're going to run an audit, which is going to be a set of interviews. You're going to map out the processes and you're going to identify the inefficiencies, and then you're going to map them on an opportunity matrix, and then do a presentation where we unpack the ROI and the 90-day roadmap for these solutions to be implemented. That is exactly what all of these people here that I've showed you have done. So this 3K deal on his first day, this is Elliot's first day. I know what a lot of people resonate with. He had imposter syndrome and he literally talks about it right here, okay? Craig came from construction, did it in a day. Now, if you are technical, the opportunity is even bigger. This is for people like Didac, right? He is technical. He did a $7,500 audit that totaled into over $100,000 deal for this $50 million per year Australian company, all right? So the opportunity is now, this is the only AI opportunity that fits everybody. The more corporate experience you have, the better, okay? The more of a moat you have against the 19-year-old Gen Zs who are trying to do AI everything. This is your ticket to having an absolute land grab, and the market is behind you. All of these companies, all of these traditional businesses right here that we've spoken about, they have to adopt AI or they are going to get crushed. There is no if and or buts about it. And you can position yourself here as the expert to help them achieve this AI nirvana that they need to get to, which ultimately is going to help them, because do you know what's going to happen? They're going to just make more money, okay? And they're going to have a better life. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more content like this, check out this video up here.